Friends, please pay great attention to this tragic revelation about Social Security for all inhabitants of the United States. Watch the entire video to get a full picture of the events leading up to this important announcement in Washington. That surprised everyone today. I urge all Social Security recipients to hit the like button. It would be very beneficial. Also, don't forget to subscribe. It's totally free. All right, guys, let's start with, while the American people continue to endure one of the biggest economic crises this nation has seen in the last 4 decades, take into consideration the following. Of course, as you are aware, I am referring to the critical issue of the middle class is not the only group negatively impacted by inflation, the high cost of living, and the rapidly rising prices that continue to wreak havoc on working people's wallets. All sadly, Social Security recipients continue to get the same monthly benefit despite nationwide price hikes. Although the American public may think that Congress is aggressively tackling the problem, they have taken a step in the right direction today. Noteworthy statement that might turn today's events into a nightmare for every Social Security beneficiary. You might be wondering about the Republican Study Committee, a faction of the Republican Party that represents more than 80% of U.S. Republican congressmen. House of Representatives. This body is very important since it represents the majority of Republicans in the U.S. Congress when it makes decisions and announcements. Recently, it disclosed and proposed a novel Social Security policy that will have an impact on all those who benefit from this nation. I'll get into this group's announcement today, but first I'll offer some important information. Sadly, the American people have been living under political instability for the past few months and years. That will undoubtedly be eclipsed by the nation's impending presidential elections, and regrettably, he is currently in charge of overseeing all actions taken or not taken in the Congress of the United States. How is it possible that instead of working to find the answers they need, lawmakers in Washington will take actions like these that will eventually hurt not just everyone who receives? In conclusion, this policy immediately affects every American citizen, not just those who receive Social Security benefits from the U.S., but also those who currently pay into the program, which has not yet been retired. As previously noted, the Republican Party's budget seeks and announces today an increase in the retirement age for individuals who believe that Americans are living longer and do not, therefore, need to retire, citing this as evidence in their argument that they are not approaching retirement age. Given the high salaries in this country, let's look at the budget, which has not offered any information at such a young age and is also strictly scrutinized. It suggests reducing and phasing out auxiliary benefits for persons with impairments. The proposed adjustments are confusing to the public. How is it possible that a group purportedly encompassing 80% of the Republican Party in Congress has come up with a plan that involves raising the retirement age and cutting benefits? Congress wants the money right away, without even questioning where they will get it, given the wealth, when it comes to war and other needless things that don't benefit the American people. In our nation, as you are well aware, regrettably, the decision-makers in Washington, D.C., whom we choose to represent us, do not appear to put themselves in the position of the people. Rather, it appears that they place their own political and party interests over the laws that eventually serve the interests of all Americans. Congress, the Republican group, frequently voiced worries about the Social Security Fund's possible insolvency in the budget proposal and pushed for a bipartisan solution. To address the issue, but an important revelation has surfaced. Although we have long known that Social Security will reportedly run out of money by 2033, it doesn't seem like we will have that problem by the time this year rolls around. Have the funds to provide retirees and recipients of Social Security benefits with 100% of their payouts. This is not shocking to anyone since we have been talking about Social Security's insolvency. Unfortunately, the U.S. Congress has been putting off fixing security for a number of decades. By 2024, they claim to have found a solution that entails raising the retirement age and cutting Social Security payouts. Different approaches must be taken by the recipients in this country. For instance, the Democratic and Republican parties could work together to reduce the vast majority of needless spending in the nation. Spends a ton of money, billions, if I may say so, every year on needless expenses that, in my opinion, may be avoided in favor of raising the retirement age and reducing benefits. The most defenseless and modest individuals in our country, and, incidentally, I always like to recall that they never beg for anything from anyone because they have dedicated their entire lives to be eligible to obtain a Social Security retirement. Individuals had to work their entire lives and make financial contributions to the Social Security program during their working years. This allowed them to accumulate credits toward their retirement when they got older. During this 10-year budgetary period, the United States federal government could cover all payouts, but as it approaches insolvency, Congress has both a moral and practical imperative to address the issues with Social Security. In response to the Republican group's announcement today, these incremental common sense improvements will only buy Congress's time to meet and work out solutions that guarantee Social Security's solvency in the coming decades. As I previously indicated, there is still uncertainty over solvency. Raising the retirement age and cutting benefits are important steps in assuring solvency. Enacting the appropriate legislation secures the benefits of solvency, enabling every American, especially those who create and earn the most, to provide their due share of funding for this program. Nonetheless, the budget proposal released today by the Republican Group devotes a substantial amount of space to denouncing U.S. President Joe Biden and his fiscal tax policies. Initiatives, such as raising rates on the wealthiest Americans in this nation. It is no secret that the Democratic Party has been pushing for higher taxes on the wealthiest Americans. The United States to fund these initiatives, something that the Republican Party opposes. In fact, some Republican senators and congressmen have referred to Social Security as a fraudulent scheme, such as a pony scheme or an unlawful pyramid in the U.S., which naturally grabs the attention of the whole population, since it's probable that some have compared Social Security to a scam like a pony scheme or an unlawful pyramid in the United States, which naturally grabs the attention of everyone in the country, since it's feasible that a party as significant as the Republican Party is going to make this kind of reference to one of the most significant social programs in the U.S. President Biden stated in the State of the Union address that if anyone works to reduce health or Social Security, President Biden stated emphatically, "I'm going to protect and strengthen Social Security and make the rich pay their fair share." He also threatened to raise the retirement age or change healthcare costs. Here's the thing, I believe there needs to be a balance, and for that to happen, obviously, both parties need to agree. While it is true that big businesses in this nation are accountable for producing and creating jobs, it is also true that those with greater incomes ought to make larger contributions to the U.S. Social Security program. This is because our ultimate objective is to ensure the welfare of every American population, not simply a small number of people. In light of the 2024 presidential elections, the subject has grown contentious. Joe Biden's campaign took advantage of a recent interview with former President Donald Trump in a significant media outlet, during which he seemed to be discussing possible cuts to the Social Security program at the same time as Donald Trump claimed there are many ways to fight theft and improper use of rights in addition to protecting rights from reduction. Even while I agreed with his remarks, our nation's former president quickly read them as a declaration that, upon his return to Casablanca, he meant to sever the Social Security program. Of course, the previous. The president quickly withdrew his remarks and declared in a subsequent interview that he would never take any action that would endanger or damage Medicare or Social Security. "We may need to take action somewhere, but we won't hurt all Social Security programs," he said. Important information regarding security receivers in our nation. Be sure to subscribe, hit the like button, turn on the bell, and share this video to keep everyone updated. Thank you very much, and until next time. Friends, please pay great attention to this tragic revelation about Social Security for all inhabitants of the United States. Watch the entire video to get a full picture of the events leading up to this important announcement in Washington. That surprised everyone today. I urge all Social Security recipients to hit the like button. It would be very beneficial. Also, don't forget to subscribe. It's totally free.